Welcome everyone to today's podcast on a leadership communication in the 21st century global environment. I'm Gavin Nova and I'm joined by three incredible guests. Benji, a university student, leader with a background in project management. Ernest, a diversity consultant specializing in intercultural communication. And Carl, a leadership coach who has worked with global organizations. Thank you for all being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Our focus today is on cross-cultural communication on leadership. To kick things off, let's dive right into the first question. How can leadership identify and adapt to different communication styles in multicultural teams?
That's a great starting point. Leaders need to actively observe and listen to their team members and community. For instance, some cultures value directness, while others lean toward more indirect, context-driven scenarios. Tools like cultural training and personality assessments can also help leaders in understanding how to make these differences.
For me, I agree in my experience leading diverse team. I found that one-on-one conversation are crucial. These give team members the space to share their preference without feeling judged. It's also important to ask questions like how do you prefer feedback or what your preferred method or communication.
In addition to what he said, the flexibility is a key. So, as a leader, should avoid making assumptions based on stereotypes. So, instead, they should adjust their approach as they learn and what works best for each individual.
I agree.
This creates a more inclusive atmosphere.
Excellent points. Now moving on to the second question. What are the potential challenges of cross-cultural communication in leadership and how can they be overcome?
So, first of all, misinterpretation is a big challenge. For example, something as simple as the body language or tone can be misunderstood across culture. So, as a leader, can address this by clarifying intentions and encouraging them to open dialogue when confusion arises.
Another challenge is implicit bias. Leaders might unconsciously favor teams and members who share their cultural background or communication style. Overcoming this self-awareness and actively seeking input from everyone around them is not just from the most vocal members.
And also time zone difference can also pose challenge in global teams. One way to overcome this is by rotating meeting times to accommodate everyone equally so no one feels excluded.
Those are very insightful. Let's talk about decision making with our third question. How does cultural diversity influence decision making processes within a leadership team?
Cultural diversity can actually enhance decision making. Different perspective lead to more creative solution because team members challenge each other assumptions, but it does require strong facilitation to ensure every voice is heard.
Absolutely. However, decision-making styles vary. Some cultures value consciousness, while others prefer a top-down approach. Leaders must find a balance that respects these differences. A good way to achieve this is by setting clear guidelines for the decision-making process or processes up front.
And in addition, the leader should embrace the idea of constructive conflict when handling respectfully and disagreements and push the team towards better outcome.
Great insights. Now let's explore collaboration with question number 4. In what ways can effective cross-cultural communication enhance team collaboration and performance?
Well, When leaders prioritize effective cross-cultural communication, somehow they create an environment of trust and inclusion. This motivates team members to contribute their best, knowing they will be valued and respected.
I've seen this firsthand on one project. Our team made a conscious effort to celebrate each member's cultural background. This boosted morale and encouraged everyone to participate more actively.
And also, it also improves problem solving when team members communicate effectively across cultural lines. They are better equipped with tackle challenges from multiple angles and leading to more innovative solutions.
Such powerful examples. Finally, let's wrap up with our last question. What strategies can leaders use to ensure all team members feel valued and respected, regardless of their cultural background?
So, firstly, leaders must actively acknowledge and celebrate diversity. And this can be as simple as learning how to pronounce someone's name correctly or recognizing their cultural holidays.
I'd add that leaders should foster psychological safety, where team members feel comfortable expressing themselves without fear of judgment. This can be achieved through consistent feedback and by making modeling inclusive behavior.
Lastly, using tools like anonymous feedback surveys can give everyone a voice, even those who might be hesitant to speak up in groups.
Wonderful strategies. Thank you for all your thoughtful responses. To summarize, effective cross-cultural communication requires leaders to be observant, adaptable, and inclusive. By embracing diversity, they can unlock the full potential of their teams.
Thank you for having us today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Remember, leadership is about bringing people together, no matter where they are, they're from. Until next time, take care.